Hello everyone, let us begin our period with new chapter lesson number 6 Stone Age Stone Tools. First, let us see today's thought. Always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later. I am repeating, always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later. So, students, in the previous live session, we have gone through the experiment where I have shown how various tool human uses according to the availability of resources and the need, or we can say according to the resources which is available as well as whatever is the objective of at that time. So, we have also seen the various example that if we need a specific thing according to the situation, how human starts thinking and accordingly he uses the tools. So, in this way primitive man also have made the tools according to the resources available and the objective of making that tools. Now, let us see this lesson. Open textbook number 25 and go through page number 6.1. I am reading along with you. Stone Age Stone Tools. Types and forms of tools according to the type of task. So, we have discussed about it that types and forms of tools depends on the task, what activity or what we are performing. If we saw a shiny object buried in the ground, what would we do to take it out? Perhaps we would scrape it out with our fingers. If that did not work, we might try to dig it out with a twig or stick. If that too did not work, we would have to look for a pointed stone. That should do the job, but if it still doesn't, then we would have to get an iron rod to dig that shining object out. This shows that we need to choose the tool according to the demand of the task. So, in this way I have shown you this experiment. Physically I have performed it during the live session, and accordingly with this we have come to the conclusion. We have seen the factors which determine the choice of tool, the how and why a specific tool is used by human. So, the factors are availability of resources. So, most important thing is what is available. So, when we were on ground, first and the foremost thing available, I have used my hand. Secondly, I have seen the twigs of the plants and trees here and there. So, I have used it. When it does not work, I have used the small stone and later on the bigger stone. In this way the availability of resources. Resources means something which is needed to fulfill the objective or at that time whatever is the requirement. So, to fulfill my need, whatever is available, that is called the resource. Second was minimal use of time and energy. So, we have discussed this also, that little bit time and energy should be spent to accomplish the objective. So, it does not mean that whole day I will just go on digging and digging for such a small thing. So, time is also important and also how much energy I am wasting or I am using. So, minimal use of whatever is my objective. For that, first is what is resources available around me. Secondly, how much less time and energy can be spent to get the objective or what is the need, it is fulfilled. Third was maximum efficiency. Now, with both these things, resources and using minimum time and energy, how do I get the result? This is also important. Maximum result should be achieved. Efficiency means your result. Fourth, skill of handling the tools which is acquired through practice. So, here we have seen the example that how a nursery kid previously does not know how to write. First and the foremost thing is handling the tool. So, they start holding the pencil in the hand and scribble on the paper. slowly and steadily with the practice and help of the teacher, they can hold the pencil properly and draw the proper slanting lines, and step by step they can draw the alphabets. So, in this way skill of handling the tools which is acquired through practice, that means continuously if we are practicing and if we are using those same tools, we can easily handle it. Otherwise, it becomes difficult. For the first time, whenever we are using a specific tool, it becomes very difficult. Even you children, if someday your mother asks you to cut the apple when you are grown up, when you are in 8th, 7th, 8th standard. So, first you are scared of handling the tool, you are scared of holding the knife. Then slowly and steadily with the help of your mother, she will guide you, and then you will cut the pieces of the apple. First they are not symmetrical, anyhow you are cutting, some pieces are big, some are small, and due to practice and regularly when you are doing the same task, you can achieve success. Then you can easily cut with no fear and also in proper size and shape. So, in this way skill of handling tool which is acquired through practice. So, students, go through the 4 objectives which determine the choice of the tool. This is very important. You have to by heart these 4 points. The following factors that determine the choice of tool. I am repeating it: availability of resources, minimal use of time and energy, maximum efficiency, skill of handling tools which is acquired through practice.